Let's take a look at our problem of the day. And the problem of the day says, find the missing values of the arithmetic sequence. Goodness, bouncing all over the place here. 18, then we got a couple of breaks, 2 blanks, 54, and then 1 more blank. So we are going to try to figure out what is going to make this work its way through there, all right? How's it going to do that? What's going to happen there? So when looking at this thing, what we have going here, being arithmetic, means there needs to be a common difference here. So I'm going to call this our A1. This is our A4. And what we need to figure out is what's going on between there. Now, if you'll notice something here, we have 2 blocks between here. All right, we've got 2 numbers we are looking for. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be finding 3 spaces to make this happen, to find the differences, all right? Because it's like, almost like we got 4 of these things from A1 to A4. We want to figure out how we're going to divvy this up into 2 equal parts. Kind of crazy here. And then, by the way, we'll find A5, A3, A2 once we get to that common difference. So my thought here is, let's check and see how far is it from 18 to 54. By the way, this is progressing in a positive direction, so we know our difference is going to be positive. So we're going to be adding a little bit here, adding a little bit here, and then adding that same amount out here to find our missing values. So think about it a little bit with me there as we roll and think about this and work through it. I am seeing 54 and 18. So what I'm going to do, I think we're going to divide those up a little bit. How about it? Let's take the difference, 54, and we're going to subtract the 18 from there. And we've got to split it. Basically, we're trying to find out what's the difference to make 3 divisions happen. And you say, well, Ernie, I only see 2 blanks. There are 2 blanks, but you've got to have a space from 18 to the blank. You've got the blank to the blank, and then you've got another space between the blank and 54. Y'all see what I'm talking about now? So that's how we're going to figure out what numbers we're going to. We already know where we started. We also know where we have gone. What we need to do is figure out exactly what's going to happen there for our difference. What's our difference actually going to be? So let's do that, and we'll divide it by 3 sections there. I believe that's going to give me 36, and we're going to divide that by 3. And that is going to give us a value of 12. Now you say, what are we going to do at 12? That's not the next number. No. What we're going to do is add that 12 to 18, which is going to get us up to 30. We're going to add the 12 also once again to 30, and that's going to get it to 42. And last but not least, what about our 5th term out here? Add 12 more. And you know what happens there? What happens there when we add 12 more? I believe we're going to get it 66. Now the question is, do those line up very nicely? They should. By the way, this will be our A2, this will be our A3, and this will be our A5, number 5. That's not, those aren't powers, those are just subscripts, all right? This is pieces of which one they are. And as we look there and notice, there is a difference here of 12. That was what we were looking for. Arithmetic means you have the same, you're increasing by the same amount or decreasing by the same amount, common difference as we work through it. This one is by 12 and this one's by 12. So that works out pretty nicely for us. And of course we add 12 more on here. Life is good. And that, my friends, is what an arithmetic sequence does. It basically increases or decreases by the same amount by adding or by subtracting each time. In this case we're adding 12, and there you go. And by the way, those 3 dots, some of you are wondering, what's that about? It means that sequence could go on and on and on. So my next one would be like 78. You get the idea. We could just keep clicking on some 12s and 12s there. And that gets kind of boring after a while, right, doesn't it? But anyway, there's your problem of the day.